Yeah, because boy, can I remember? So sometimes you might not get this recording, So, but today we're going to focus on concluding the 8 amps. Just the I already emailed this to everybody, so you'll have the complete guide. We're not going over. We're not going over. Gary Fernanda, can you mute your mic, please? We're not going over the whole guide because the whole guide will focus on things like mentoring and other stuff. So, because this comes with a handout too. So there's a lot of handouts, everything. So there's a lot of information in this. And we will be focusing a lot of this information in week 3, the study guide, the handouts like this right here. And that's where we focus on the developing managerial leadership skills, things that when you are in business, what you need to know, right? So you don't have to look at everything, this whole guide now. But what you want to do, and the only thing I really want you to do is to make sure that you finish this workbook right here. I want you to finish this workbook. I even sent it to you individually. You see? That's right here. It's only 2 pages. 1, 2. Tonight we're gonna look at some theoretical framework about the 8 amps. The other night was the overview, but we're gonna look at some framework. The framework would focus on the, let me check something over there. The first thing you have to look at is, I told you the market research process. Now, the market is important. I explained to you why it's so important and everything, but that's my, you have to look at the research. You can do research by a professional person, do your own research, but this is the basic research process. You define the problem and opportunity, and then you can always Google the research process and all that stuff. But this is what you need to do. If you go on Instagram or WhatsApp or Facebook, however you want to do, you want to target at least 100 people. Make it, write this down. Target at least 100 people. Could be your family, friends, or fans, so they can test your product, your price, and everything else. Simple stuff. And of course, because what you really want to do is to determine your, the needs and demand of your product. Don't start something what you love, right? But start what you think people will love from you. Your hobby is a good thing to start from, but that might not be the only product you might find a need that, hey, something out there nobody doing, or some people doing some stuff out there. Then we improve on it by the processes, the features, and the benefits. Because at the end of the day, you also got to do a product analysis. And you look at the technology, the consumer. That's why another thing I told you I'll do the other day was to study this model here. The product analysis is another important thing. And this is your research part, you see. Whatever you do, make sure your product or products or whatever have benefits to the customer. And make sure that you could cover your cost of producing that product. It makes sense you start in a product or a service or all kind of bunch of stuff because somebody in the back of the streets will do it. Do it based on your market research and based on people want this, people love the price, people love the features and the benefits. And of course, you have to know your industry. We're going to address all this in the business plan. You are in certain industries and certain things, you got to know the major problems and track in those industries, the opportunities, the growth potential. Always remember, industry is based on the core deliverances of a product or service. That's what the industry is based on, the core product or services. You are not in a car industry. You're in the transportation industry. I am not in the speaking industry. I'm in the learning and development industry. You got to go to the root solutions. Don't look at the surface. You're not in the clothing industry, right? You may say retail clothing, but you actually really in making people feel better wearing your outfits. Yeah, and we're going to discuss all that in the business plan. Also in the business plan, we're going to look at segmenting your market. Remember I told you, when you target the customers, you got to make sure that it's measurable, accessible, substantial. There's a difference in responses. But the worst thing to do is sell white clothes to people in a black clothes market. I tell you a long time from the day one. And the only way you do that through market research. The next one you means, of course, it means I told you a long time is your what? Resources. You have to, first of all, identify the money and make a note that your money got to be 6 months working capital. And all working capital means your fixed monthly bills times 6. If you have rent, light bill, or whatever salaries divided by 6, it's come to $3,000. You got to have $18,000 to start off with. That's 6.3 a month times 6, which is 18. That's so important. You need to have that. Okay, and of course, you got to have a year worth of money. If you need $10,000 a year, you got to get $10,000 for operating and the real stuff, plus a little $6,000 for a month, whatever the situation is. But the fact of the matter is that you need based on the year. Do not get 3 years worth of money and you only need 3 years worth of money yet. If you need that, get it. Don't let nobody also uncapitalize you. You cannot go and your business model is a $30,000 model and you're only getting $5,000. So if you can't get $30,000, so let your dreams not become a reality. Just start with $5,000 business, start small, then you build up as you go. Okay, that's so important. You got it. The manpower is your staff and your consultants. Don't hire your family to pay the work. You hire based on needs, and you always get people a job description. Don't care what you're doing. There's a lot of stuff because you must know how to track, develop, and maintain and retain your employees. Now, something called PMS, it's not a woman's condition. All it means is that you are managing performance of people from start to finish. And we're going to look at all of that when we do the business mentoring, the developing managerial leadership skills model. Of course, the material is what? Your supplies and inventory. You know you need a certain amount of money to get some raw materials or inventory, you better get it. All this information is here to guide you. You need to have your inventory. You have to know how to rotate it, all that stuff too. So another thing is identifying your machines and minutes. In other words, you need technology. You gotta have the time of day and night to get your stuff together. Operating a business is very difficult. Don't mind people talk about it. It's difficult, but it can be very, very easy in doing the difficult work by once you have a plan and an action plan to do it. That's how things going now. If you do not go into business for yourself, it's going to be just difficult to survive. Because if you look at it, Rupert Robertson, everything in the store going up now. So everything in markers and stuff going up now. Raw materials going down, lumber. So it's difficult to live. So therefore you need a little extra in your pocket because you can start up a small business part-time whilst you work at 9 to 5. But you know at the end of the day, another 3 years, you won't make that big. Your mission. Of course, your mission is your business plan. Now your business plan is important because what it does, it shows you everything, your business model. And that's what we're starting on Monday. We can start with your vision, focus on where you want to be in the future. Your mission is what you want to do now and how you need to do it now. And I will let you know that there's 5 P's of a good mission statement, right? With your product, your processes, and pricing, all kind of. I'm going to let you know about that because your mission statement determines where you're heading. And make a note, your mission statement let you know what business you're in and what business you're not. Because at the end of the day, you need to accomplish your vision. So you cannot go around doing all kind of stuff because the market doing this and you're getting crazy. Let me just go and do this now. No, no, no. Mission is your purpose of your existing, and it must be aligned with your mission statement and your value statement. Your vision statement, your value statement must reflect what your mission statement will be. And we're gonna look at that later on. And of course, the goals is important. You must set smart goals. And we're going to look at those smart goals later on. The goals must be objectives, specific, measurable, attainable, everything. And the study guide has all of them. So the study guide has all the information how to set goals. And of course, marketing. I remember I told you long, your marketing. You must know your target market. And you must realize that your pricing is important. Your base pricing on what? Your base pricing model on how much it costs first. And then you look at the competition, you look at the market demand. So all of that is going to take, and we're going to address that in our marketing and our business plan. And of course, the business plan deals with human resources, right? Organizational, operational strategy, your legal structure. Of course, sole proprietorship means one man band. Partnership, I told you before, get a good man. You have the money, you have the plan and the product and all that stuff. You gotta work together. Financial statements. So we're gonna look at a lot of financial statements. Also, the income statement, the balance sheet, the cash flow, all that stuff we can look at. Payback. If you get a loan, you don't pay back grants. But you may find you may need more than a grant. You may be a loan. Because you say, man, I need about $50,000. I give a $10,000 grant and $40,000 loan, or $5,000 grant, $20,000 loan, and another $30,000 from equity investors. So all kind of stuff you got to think about. Always think about your business in 3 years. So always think about a 3-year plan business, minimum. Because how the pandemic and all that, I know people like to say 5 years and 10 years, but I don't recommend that right now. Be flexible in case you have a shutdown for a month. You're ain't tied up all kind of stuff. I don't recommend nothing more than 3 years right now. We gotta be solid 3-year business. In case something happens crazy, like COVID, I always say COVID-21, come up with 2022, you can be prepared. Be flexible. Money, we need the money. You need the money. You need the money. And there's a couple stuff, debt financing. There's advantages in that too. Loans. You get a loan and pay it back a fixed monthly interest. Equity is when you deal with investors and all that stuff. They don't want no money every month. I mean, per se, like fixed. But they'll get money based on the arrangements you have. They may say, I want 10% or 20% of your profits, but they only get the money when the business make money. But with debt financing, you got to pay all that back, fixed like a monthly loan. Okay. So, because you got to develop your capital structure. That means what type of business you have and what you need and how you need to pay it back. So all of that is going to be very important. And then, you can pay it back based on the arrangement you have. And we're going to look at that in the business plan. And that'll come under the financial structure. Management. We're going to look at the four main management skills: the planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. We're gonna look at that the third week. That's so important because if you don't know how to run your business on a daily basis, you don't know how to plan and organize, and you don't know how to lead people. You're always biggity on micromanage. People don't like you, so you got to be a manager and a leader simultaneously, and that's called managerial leadership. That's a serious program I have. I'm going to introduce that to you all in week 3. Controlling. You got to measure things. You got to know where you're going wrong. So that's management. You cannot manage what you can't measure, and you can't measure what you can't manage. Legal structure. Like I indicated before, you got to determine exactly what's best for you. But of course, the sole trader is start off with first. And then you may go into partnership or whatever. You may just go in corporation later on, or investor. But of course, you start up this way easy first. So cheaper and simpler first. And the structure, eventually you'll have a board of directors, general manager. But this, don't care if you're big or small, you got to have the system in place. You got to have a general manager, that's you. Accounts manager, that's you. You are everything at the beginning. And then you could actually start hiring people by making money. Of course, you need people like me, business consultants. They always help you at an affordable rate, that is, eh? Incorporation, all that stuff. We look at that later on. We're going to that now. Like I said, marketing. Marketing is an investment. It's not a what? It's not an expense. Investments. Product. You got to know, make sure your product and service is beneficial to the customer. The price got to be negotiable, and it got to be based on accomplishing your profit objectives at the end of the day. You could do all type of cocktails of pricing structure, psychological pricing with $19.99 and all kind of stuff. But we're gonna look at it also. But it must be profitable, because at the end of the day, your markup must be great enough so that your gross profit be more than your operating expenses. Place, that's your location. It could be online, offline, whatever, but it's based on what the customer wants. A lot of people get mixed up in marketing and promotion. You see that here? Marketing is just more prolific than everything else. You see promotion right there? This is promotion. Promotion is advertising, public relations, sales, promotion, personal selling, direct mail, internet marketing, all that. So when you are in business, and I'm a marketing consultant, first and foremost, you got to make sure your product is right, the price is right, your place, which is your location, and your promotion. See that? Promotion is just one little thing, but in promotion, there's a lot of stuff. Advertising is a part of promotion. That's why people say promotion, but they don't know what it's all about. This is what it's all about. Methods and processes. Every department, human resources department, operations department, every different type of department have processes. Human resources have processes. Marketing has processes. Operations have processes. Accounting has processes. So everything is a process. Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. You got to make sure that when you actually running a business, you got to make sure that all the processes are in line. And we're going to go through that when we look at management. The last conversation for the night, until I open up the mic, is measurement. You got to make sure that you have a job analysis, job descriptions, setting goals, training staff, and when it comes to human resources. Because at the end of the day, you got to make sure that you have the right people, they're doing the right things, they get the right pay, and all that stuff. And when you deal with the process of marketing, you got to make sure that you have everything with dealing with getting how you buy your product, how you sell your product, how you price your product, and everything. Accounting and finance. And the last week, when we bring in some 1 or 2 people to talk about funding, that day before that, God's willing, I'm gonna make sure you understand finance and accounting. You need to know about financial statements. You need to know about the balance sheet. You gotta know for the cash flow statement. And that's something we can look hard on. Because revenue minus cost of services equal gross profit. Gross profit minus expense equal net profit. If your gross profit is less than expenses, you have a net profit. Your balance sheet is another thing. Assets minus liabilities equal equity. And of course, cash flow is what you need to pay your bills every day. All right. And we're gonna look at that. Of course, operation is input, process, and output. All right. So basically, that's it for the night. In reference to, you need to study this over the weekend, and you need to do your 8 amps. I'm now going to open the mic up. That's it for me tonight for presenting. I will be presenting structural presenting, that is, on Monday for business plans. So I'm going to send you the business plan presentation this weekend, and I want you to finish all the stuff. So any answers, any questions, everybody? So just click on your mic, one person at a time. I'm going to 7:15. That's 30 minutes.
Yes, so I have a question concerning the business plan. So when we fill out what we're supposed to fill out with all the homework and all the stuff that's going to help us with the business plan and all that. So basically, with the business plan, basically we putting everything together ourselves based on what you send us through email, and then you're going to look over it. Is that what it is? With the business planning?
Yeah, I'm going to send a template. And when you just follow the template based on your model, I'm going to individually look at all your templates. And then I will help you all with, because the hardest thing is going to be the marketing and the financial structure of it. Because you should know your business name, and you should know what product you sell it. But the template, I'm gonna email the template this weekend too. So you're gonna have a template. So I'm gonna email the whole business plan writing section on Sunday. But I want you to have a foundation of what, and of course, if you're in up to speed now, you get up to speed because what you do your research. Anybody else?
Yes, sir. And with that, you said you're going to look over it individually. Is this going to be in person, or are you doing this individually with us on Zoom?
It could be either one. You can come to my office on Robinson Road, or you could do on Zoom, however you want to. And I'll set an appointment, especially when you're coming down to the end of it. So I want to make sure, see all your plans. I can set up an appointment all day. Yeah, I can set up an appointment all day to deal with all of yours. That's no problem.
Thank you.
So question, so with this information, should you apply for your business license before you finish this 4-week course?
Yeah.
Or should you apply for business license after?
No, I recommend everybody start working on business license, eh? You go by the, I think the Pinewood Garden may assist you. I don't know if I think they could, but if I go down and start getting somebody help you with business license, go down by the business license on Carmichael Road and ask them how to deal with it. It's free. The business license, all business licenses are free, under $100,000.
Thank you.
So when you say go Carmichael, you're talking about inland revenue. You're saying go there and they'll tell you what to do.
Yeah, they help you. I think they'll help you what you do. And if you need somebody to help you to get a business license, I can make an arrangement. First, I think they charge about $250, but if you could do it yourself, it's free, and you can even go down by the inland revenue, and they'll show you how to do it, because there's a lot of work in reference to physical planning and environmental health and all that stuff, but it's not that hard. It's been done many, many times before. But you most definitely need a business license. So if I were you, I'll start working on that tomorrow.
Thank you.
Anybody else got anything to say? All right, well,
Yes, sir. I have something else to say. So
go ahead.
in regards to the grants and the loans and all of that. So after the program, how do we know where to go to sign up for this? Is there going to be a link or is there a website and like
what
how
we do
long?
what we do is it's different mechanism in place. So when we reach that stage, we'll let you know exactly because depends on your plan, right? You might need to go certain other places, but we'll give you all the options of what is available for you. All right, so you'll get to know everything, you see. But we have like
Yes,
I'm
sir.
27 people in this class, and but all you all, but don't come, don't what? Hey, I don't want nobody come and WhatsApp me tomorrow, you know. And tomorrow's Friday. That's the party in the weekend. So you better talk now.
Question,
Talk now. Go ahead.
question, once we finish this 4 weeks course, we'll get a certificate?
Yeah, everyone who finishes this course will get NACO up approved the 8 M's of entrepreneurial success once you finish your business plan. If you don't
Okay,
finish your business plan, you get nothing, zero.
all right, thank you.
Because that's what we want. You want business plan. I really want to just train you. I want say a business plan because you can always develop a business plan. Once you have the framework, it ain't gonna be perfect, you know. At least you know what you're getting. So once you complete your business plan, it ain't gonna be perfect or full or complete. Once they see that you moving towards completing it after the first of the month, and then I think you have a online graduation or whatever you say, whatever. But all of us take pictures with our certificates in our hand and our business plan. Go ahead, Oscar.
Yeah, I want to know, Mark, I have existing business, right? Reliable fishing, building, construction, right? And I wanted to expand, right? And it's something I already have started, but it's on the island. I need like a grant, just like some materials and stuff like that. Am I under the favor understand as this go around? They granting for like that?
Yeah, Oscar, no, but Oscar, I think you already received a grant from the Small Business Development Center. I don't
Yes.
think they give them a grant, but I'll first you need you to probably go to a different location, maybe a Bahamas Development Bank for expansion. Thanks. So but I'm gonna work with you. Dominic, you want to say Oscar? Yeah, I'm gonna people who are already in business.
Yeah.
Or once you still gotta do business plan now. You need the business plan be for expansion.
Yeah.
And you need more like a more detailed version of what you really need in reference to expansion. Dominic, you want to say something?
Okay.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Yes.
I just wanted to say that I've actually took up this course with you before, back in 2012.
With me?
Yes, sir. Across the Fellowship Missionary Baptist Church. There were a group of us, I think about 10
this
of us.
one here? You mean the 8 M's?
Yes, sir.
Wow, you're back again.
Yes. My mind has changed totally since the last time. And I feel like last time I set some unrealistic goals. So I weren't able to achieve them. However, I am back again and I'm doing it much differently and more better. So thank you.
Yes,
well, back then I wanted to start a night school, but this time I want to do an enterprise because I have a few businesses I want to start in one, and both 3 of them actually take care of each other.
You get away that 10 out of yours.
Yeah, but anyhow, well, we'll see. My recommendation is make sure I have a good one product first in case you need to piggyback on that. But you and I will once you see the template, you can start to, I want y'all to focus on a particular product or service, one first. But if you have to get 3 or 4 or 5 or 6, make sure that they support each other and make sure they don't drain your starting capital. I know you may love for 10, I love 10 products, so 20 products, but half of them ain't gonna make no money for me until the next 3 years. You start with the ones that make money immediately within 6 months. You don't hit your head, but you know, like I have a dream. This dream is, I know all of us have dreams. I want to be an FBI agent to carry a 45 shotgun on my waist. But of course, that don't work because I'm a Bahamian.
Yeah, what I'm doing, actually, they go hand in hand together. So
Okay.
one complements the other.
Okay, not a problem.
Yeah.
Make sure that all your business license reflect what you're doing. You can't go
Okay.
back and changing business license like crazy because it's too much
Mm-hmm.
work.
Okay.
All right. And make sure select a nice name, eh? And make sure the name of your business
Very
should
catchy.
reflect the product or flex
Yes, sir.
something that's unique. I think they give you couple um like different types of names. Make sure because you gotta be changing the name every day. So pray on it, sit down and decide on the name. And you know, in this life, you can't wait long because we need to get
No,
things
not at all.
fast. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
sir. Thank you.
All right. Anybody else? Come on now. Let's go. Let's talk. Let's get things going. Everybody understand everything. I know you're shy, right? And but and being shy in business ain't gonna work. You gotta
I have a
sell, sell,
question.
sell.
I have a question.
Yes.
So when they give us the grant, right, is it going to be like a check they
No,
send into
hold
the
on
bank?
now. Let's be good now. The when you apply for the grant, right? That's why your business model is a process, right? They will decide when you are eligible to do it, and it never be no check. It always be towards the service or product provider. It takes a point. If you're getting things from like tools and everything, that they'll wire transfer monies to Kelly's. If you're getting some service done, they'll wire transfer the money to the service provider. The checks never come in your
So
hands because too much people take the money
what
and buy junk, buy cars and
yeah,
bunch of hairdos.
so if I want to
Okay?
get my stuff from the US or like if I want to order
Yeah,
my products, so
yeah,
what? They sending it,
yeah. They'll have an
they'll
intermediary.
just wire it to the person?
Yeah, they'll wire to the company, locally or internationally. No, there's no cash in your hands when you're applying for the grant. When the grant should be eligible soon. So that's why we will get the business plans ready. So you can start applying for it when it comes. It's not available yet, but it normally this election coming, so we'll have grants coming very, very soon. Because they already have like five for the year. Not but at least yeah, five so far from last October.
So you
17,000 people got in business from 2017 to now from various stuff. The grant mechanism just started last year though. Okay. So
so what they was giving them loans?
no, there was nothing. Everybody's doing things by themselves.
Oh,
All right. So but now
okay.
everybody, there's a lot of stuff though. Even the crowdfunding, people don't who want $1 million. I have a organization who I affiliated with. If you want to have $1 million, they will put you in a position to have investors through BizX or through some type of crowdfunding mechanism. It all depends on the type of business you're in. So they have a suite of loan and financial funding mechanism based on your business. Now, everybody else, because I'm not leaving here until 7:15, okay? This Zoom is not an hour or whatever, along whatever. I don't mind spending an hour and a half with y'all, whatever,
Yes,
because I
sir.
will
I have a
answer
question.
questions now. I'll answer all the
Yes,
questions
sir.
now because I'm going on vacation for the weekend, eh?
Yes, I have a question. So
Yes.
if you go to inline revenue, right, how long it normally take if you're trying to get the business
I don't
license
know.
on your own?
Yeah, it won't take that long. You just gotta go and based on who there to help you.
Yeah.
It's certain things they would want to have your environmental. They'll say, but do you have where you live? If it's home base, then they ask for, fiscal planning. Then you get a letter. They'll say, well, what is your national insurance? So you have to put your national insurance. So it's a process, eh? So once you go there, yeah, they'll let you know. Once you go there, they say, okay, once you go there once, that may be it. You may just have to go to national insurance and then fiscal planning, and then they'll email you the business license. But you got to put effort into it, right?
Yes,
One
sir.
time I used to pay for business license. Now it's free for small business.
Thank you.
All right.
Mr. Turnquest,
What is this?
this is Craig Wright.
How you doing, buddy?
All is well, sir. As it relates to the business license, I know
Uh-huh.
they have a website. You
A
go on their
portal.
site.
A
Yes,
portal.
because I applied for a home business before.
Yeah.
The response is pretty quick.
Yeah.
The first part of it, so maybe those persons who are interested, they can go on the site and do it like that because it tend to move pretty quickly. It's straightforward.
Yeah.
So maybe those persons, some person interested, they can
Yeah.
take that route to get started.
Yeah. Because
Who is this again?
Craig
Who's
Wright.
that?
Craig Wright.
Okay, so when you say you go, what's the name? Where you go on?
Inland revenue. But what I did, when I went on to inland revenue, the site information came up. Once I go onto the site information, then they give you, I think it's like a 3 or 4 step process that you go through in filling out the application.
yeah.
And they'll get back to you with a response and give you some information that you'd have to take the NIB to get
Yeah.
an NIB number and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah. But the reason why I prefer people to go there physically, because sometimes it's be a little quicker than that. So when you go there, they'll still tell you to go to the portal or whatever. But at least you'll have a face-to-face and get a person name, so you can call them back one-on-one. Because sometimes when you go to the portal, it may take, all depends on if you're lucky or not, right? Because the website is revenue .vat.bs. I can WhatsApp you I'm gonna WhatsApp you the business license portal, because you got to register with a lot of stuff too. But once you go, if you go down to the inland revenue, you can get a person name. And once you get the person name, you can always call them back in case you get problems. They can still put you to the website eventually. But at least if you need any help, you can get a person one-on-one. But I'm gonna WhatsApp you in the group. You use all depends on, because some people do it easy that way and the other hard way or whatever. But it's all up to you, because one thing important that you want to get your business license. So I'm going to WhatsApp you the link where you can go through the internet in reference to your business license.
Thank you, guys, Mr. Wright and Mr. Turnquest. Thank you.
All right. So
Hey, one thing, I was trying to get your attention.
Dion Knowles,
Yes, can you hear me?
I hear you.
All right, for confirmation purposes, you said you're gonna send the a guideline for the business plan?
Yeah. I this weekend, not today or not tomorrow, because I want you to finish off.
The little assignment.
I want you to finish off what you're supposed to finish off. But anyhow, I still by Saturday morning, I'm gonna send you the business plan template. I'm
Okay,
gonna send you the business plan presentations. I'm gonna send you the theory of the business plan. So you're gonna
Okay.
get 3 different set through your email of what we're doing next week, right?
okay, sounds-
But in the meantime, the reason why I don't send it now, today or tomorrow, because I want you to fully understand what I went through tonight and this week with the 8 M's, because we're not going back over the 8 M's model. The 8 M's model is the foundation. You need to take those stuff what you know you need to do, because like I said, it's for the foundation and our market. Please know who you're selling to based on your product benefits. Don't send to Dora if Jim won't buy your product and Dora ain't you. It's like you trying to like a girl and they ain't want you, right? Because she said, man, she ugly, right? I mean, she, so she pretty, but the ugly girl won't like you. And that's what happens a lot in business. You want a pretty, sexy type of market where a dull market will actually support you. So you drive your business based on what the customer want, not what you want. Okay, that's so important. Bishop, wait, look,
Yeah.
Bishop, you ain't coming time just to say a prayer next 15 minutes. Don't forget now, you close it strong with us.
Man, I've been here all the while. But look, I want you to know,
Not cut your brace, Bishop. Are you the same Bishop who was the bank manager at the time?
Yes, 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 yes.
Oh, I remember you as a young boy growing up. I'm Ollie Camp nephew, Mark
I know,
Thomas.
I know who this is. I know you, Mark.
But guess what? But
I,
you need to be presenting on one of these days and let people know about funding and financing and how to what a bank want and what they do not want when they do the financing.
oh, oh no, no, that part that's when I was at Citibank, you know. You talking about Citibank?
Yeah, I remember that. So what I
Okay,
want you
but
to do for me, also, I want you to do a little 5 to 7 minutes presentation when I start with bank financing, so you let people know what the bank expect from your sincerity. You see?
okay, okay, good.
Go ahead.
But I want to know from you if you have I have a pest control. Who
Yeah.
would you suggest would I may market in?
Well. Don't forget now. When pest control, you have 3 different markets.
Okay.
You have government,
Mm-hmm.
you have businesses,
Yeah.
and you have the consumer, like the
Right.
people in residential areas. So every write this down, everybody. Everybody should have 3 categories of target markets in case one fail. For you, Bishop, you'll have government pests. Then you have, of course, you have the businesses who need that, but of course, a lot of residential areas, like go to Pinewood Garden and start put a special Pinewood Garden
Yeah.
and let's deal with the whole Pinewood Garden. Go to different constituencies and different subdivisions and
Uh-huh.
give everybody a special.
Yep.
You know, I have a
You got it.
database. Yeah, man. Small business or big business. You know, look at them and say, okay, you know, because you know it always some type of, and of course, eventually, what you want to do now, not now, but maybe soon, is
Mm-hmm.
try to look at this COVID-19 type of spraying and stuff for businesses, deep cleaning, until
Yeah.
you get in a position now. Now,
I
so
got
I don't want you to rush into it. And
no.
one of the good places for the pest control
Uh-huh.
is to go to Bahamas Development Bank.
Okay.
So the business plan I been doing for you, we geared
Uh-huh.
towards Bahamas Development Bank.
Okay.
All right, but the thing about that, but the business plan will have a guideline, what will direct you exactly what you need to do, what not to need to do. You see?
Okay. Good.
All
And
right.
so that
You come from a great banking family.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got them.
I know that.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, buddy. All right, 11 more minutes. I know the bishop came off at hiding. He was quiet. The bishop do it. Everybody do it. All right, so I need some more people coming. I ain't see too much ladies talking. I need more ladies now. You know what y'all get into? What type of business you get into? You know. Let me know. I already have Denise is talking, but I need more people to start talking tonight. Because like I tell you, try to call me tomorrow or Saturday because I can relax myself. That's why I give an extra value tonight. You can put in the group. You might want to put in the group, but I need more involvement. I don't know. I have too much involvement here. You know, hey, I already realized that business plan is going to knock you all off your feet. That's a lot of work, right? So I need you all to ask some questions. So with the 8 amps, you know. All right, Audrey the Merit. I see you. I see you.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
I'm good. My business is dealing with adult beverages. So,
Adult?
yeah,
Like what?
gin and coconut water, rum punch,
Okay.
that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Are you in business already?
I've been selling small scale to individuals and doing party functions.
Okay.
And the name of my business is Tasteful Fury.
Okay.
So, what I need to know going forward dealing with this is in terms of the alcohol license.
You're right.
That would be different, right?
Yeah. You have to get an extra alcohol license, all that stuff. Now, are you making this from scratch?
Yes.
All right. Well, you need to think about now. Well, that's like a manufacturing, eh?
Yes.
Right. So you no, so you need, so that something like that would be done through Bahamas Development Bank.
Okay.
Right. I will. So the plan that we get towards anything we do with landscaping services and all that stuff, manufacturing, product development. The plan got to be developed more involved. You also could apply for BIC, go by BAIC, and try to get one of the leasing the land and set up a little small structure. Because don't forget, switches start small too.
Exactly.
So don't forget now. You always start small, and then you can start at 1 or 2. You start to brand your laboring and all that yet for your product.
Yeah. Yeah.
And reference that package is important because you got to put in on the packaging what in these stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And you can't poison
I
people.
know. So I know
with
that
stuff.
is detailed.
Right, yeah. You call it Latin. And let Bishop
Don't
pray for
worry.
you later
His
on.
family know about my stuff.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah. All right, that's good. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So we you're looking good.
I have one more question, Mark. It's okay.
Okay.
Like how I have already an existing building, existing business, and I have my license and everything, right? That part of the street. But now, like you said, I understand that clear what you just told me, right? But you said everybody should be inside of tree market, and so if one fail, you'll have something else to like hold on to, right? So I understand that too, but I'm in a private firm that's construction, or I could be in a government firm if I'm making traffic license up to date with government and stuff like that. But my third one is what I want to do right now. Is like I already have a building started with Island, which is a workshop. I want computer workshop, like the build cabinets and stuff out of. I already have it started. So that's what I want. But I need a license for that also. Or that should cover that because I want to build cabinets and stuff out of the building what I already have started. I just wanted to finish.
All right, what is your business name?
Reliable, efficient builders.
Yeah, well, you need once everything we do is building and the construction and reference the work little cabinets. No, you need a license.
Okay.
Yeah, you use a
Mark.
certain existing license. Once you in the same type of construction and building, that's okay with you. Okay.
Oh, you said I still have to go through with the physical. The planning, the business plan.
No. You have a business license already.
Yeah, I already have a license and everything.
Now, the only reason if you want to move, you home based or you have a business or you have a building.
I have a building already on the island. One is completed, but I have another one in the front, which I want to complete like the build out of. You know what I mean? I always want to do a workshop there.
Now, yeah, but now if you have
and I can build it myself. Huh?
Right now, once you gain in a building or structure, you gotta let go by Ministry of Works, and they gotta come in and do a building inspection. To make sure that you have your fire extinguisher and all that stuff in there. You know what I mean? But I'll let you know what to do. But when you gain a structure, it's a different. It's not home based, so therefore they gotta make sure the structure is firm. Everything is, So
So with just would I have to cut in on your talk, or I need to come in and see you, or I'd still be to participate, right? But you still want me to participate inside this in the groups, right?
Yeah, but do you have a business plan yet?
No, that's what I mean. No, not I can easily make it up. Yeah. I can make it up.
No, hey, we start business plan meeting next week, Monday. What you talking about? What you talking about?
All right. Okay. All right.
No, there's 4 weeks though.
It's 4 weeks. Okay.
So you think you finish it?
No, sir. No.
Yeah, next week, Monday and Thursday, we deal with our business plans.
Okay.
And then through the week, you'll be filling the templates out.
Okay, roger that. Understood everything.
Yeah, man. And then the next week, we looking at financial funding. And then the last week, we deal with management. So we have a system in place. Right, this is only the second class, Okay. We have 6 more classes. As long as I live in. Now, if I die, I know. But we have 6 more classes.
All right, sir. Roger that.
And I tell you, I want everybody to be there because sometimes I may not press record. So I want people to remind me. Please remind me. Right? And say, Mr. Turnquist, did you press record?
Okay, sir. I'll do that. Because I don't think I can be absent.
Anybody? Yeah. Because I want everybody coming. It's best for you all to be here. I don't want anybody calling me one-on-one until the final week. right? Because I want everybody, and now you could, now there will be some shy people, right? But you can't be shy in business. If you're shy in business, right? Put in the group, right? And I can respond to you offline too. Not a problem. I just don't want to be overwhelming. Okay. I just don't. I don't want to be overwhelming. All right. All right, Bishop. So we can close the night. Can you just close in prayer, please?
Father, we bless you and we thank you for this evening session. We thank you for our teacher. Thank you for each and every one of us who are so excited about starting business and carrying our businesses to a different level. So open up our hearts, our minds, as we leave this section. We will never leave you. We give you all the praise. We give you all the glory. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen and amen.
And everybody say
Blessings,
amen.
Amen.
Yes, good night, everybody. And I'll send you the information Saturday in reference to business plan and writing for next week. So just everybody work on and make sure you understand the 8 amps. And then that's it. Well, take care. Good night.
All right. Bless you.